From just off the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Browns defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson now. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Good play there by Bateman. Nice catch and a first down. Trying to overcome what was largely a lost season in 2022 with only 6 games played and under 300 yards. Hoping this year can be a big one for him.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
first and 10. It's Dobbins. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Browns' 16-yard line.
This 2nd and 4. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And again, it's Chubb. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Browns are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned, because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
The tight end in motion right. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Browns 0.
2nd and 6. And trouble trying the middle here. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They go play action with Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They go play action now. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14. Browns nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
This is fielded at the 27. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
One Thornhill on the tackle. A gain of 13 yards. And the Raven first down.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Browns nothing.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
A give running right is Chubb. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Taken in at the 11.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they wouldn't move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he gets it down to the 32.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now it's 2nd and 10. There's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Third and goal, Jackson. Flush to his right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though. Probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Marlon Humphrey on the defensive side making that look easy from his corner position.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Handoff comes to Chubb. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. A give. This is Chubb. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore.